It is July 28th. Welcome. Healing Shame with Jeffrey B. I'm in a new environment, as you can see. And the previous footage you've seen is kind of trying to catch you up to speed. I know I've been way off track with my channel, with my videos, because I've been in a lot of transition states in the last week or 10 days. I've only been out of Asia about 10 days, and I'm still adjusting, guys. This is a challenge. But I think the first thing I want to jump in with is talking about my Invisalign journey, and then I'll go in more detail about my emotions, what I'm feeling, what this transition's like, some of the footage you've seen, what's going on there. So let's just jump in with the Invisalign. What you saw, the last bit of footage was my taking out the final moment of having tray two in. Those are gone. We are on tray three. Okay. So we've officially made it to tray three. I've done this for 1 month. I thought I was going to quit after 2 or 3 days. And I still have regrets about the tooth extraction, the loose incisor here, and I'll tell you about what's been going on there. So, just to kind of have a look at, so here, conquest here. Let's see how long I can conquer this Invisalign challenge, right? This journey. This is tray two right here, upper and lower, and I don't see a whole lot of difference between the gap closure. This is tray two. You can see where the gap is here, where the pontic had been pulled out, and where I am now. Okay, so I'm not sure there's a lot of difference. When tray three went in on the bottom, just snapped in without any tightness, just like tray two did. Upper tray three, tight, little blood up there again, just like it was when I put tray two on, washed out the mouth. There's no more blood. We're just going with that. Okay. Um, Concerns that have arisen. I had my aligners out. I was eating when I was visiting with my mother. It's been probably 4 days ago now or so. And I was eating a very soft, smooth peanut butter sandwich. It was not crunchy, it was smooth. And I was biting and then biting. I wasn't biting all the way down. I should have probably done that, but I bit and it kind of pulled the sandwich out and it probably pulled the tooth out a little. And what it's done is generated some browning of the root here. Okay. And there's a little browning on the other incisor, the other medial incisor. Got two medial incisors. The lateral is gone. But we got some discoloration of the root in these two medial incisors, and that has really concerned me. You don't see that on any of the other roots except mainly the one right next to the extraction site with the most recession. And I'm my crazy, OCD mind is my paranoid mind is telling me I bit down on the sandwich, pulled, and I killed the tooth. Worst case scenario, catastrophizing, right? I can still feel it when I tap. It is very loose. It's going to be loose as the tooth migrates to the bone. Instead of just worrying about it, I do have a dentist appointment tomorrow in Bloomington, Indiana, which is about 30 to 40 minutes north of here where I am. And I will go there and just have that tooth checked. That's all I can do. An x ray, checking the tooth is kind of an emergency. That's the biggest concern right now I have is what's going on with this tooth. Is it still viable? Is there a problem? That brown color has not spread in through the rest of the tooth, but it's definitely a cause for concern. Um, That's all I can say about Invisalign right now. I guess we're starting trade three. Just started, a couple hours ago or so. Yeah, a couple hours ago, and trade two's done, conquered, back in the bag. It's over. Those guys are finished. It's kind of like a memento, like a trophy. You beat it. So I'm hoping I can continue on. It looks like the gap won't close, really see noticeable closure until probably tray five or something. It's very, very incremental, as you know. You got to move the tooth slowly, carefully. And we'll have that, this area, the gum and the bone, the x ray, we'll have that tooth looked at tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of some pain. There's a lot of pain that just kind of shoots down into my body, into my jaw, and into my neck and stuff from that because that root's really super exposed. And I had to bite down on the chewy to seat because there was a little halo, a little gap, and thank God the teeth appear to be tracking properly. Like I said, no problem on the bottom, no halos, no gaps, and it had a little halo here, but I seeded the upper tray with the chewy, and there's no halos now. So we are tracking properly. That's a blessing, but now we just got to keep that tooth alive here and move it to its final position. A lot of prayer, a lot of turning it over and just trying to let go. If it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, God, I just have to pray for acceptance. So I'm praying it does make it. We'll have more information tomorrow. So that's what's going on with Invisalign. All right, there you are with that. Now I'm going to try to also fill you in about what's going on with this transition back into America. Okay, first, just to sum it up, it's confusing as fuck. All right, this is a very complicated environment for me, having lived in Asia for so long. My first time back in almost 2 years, about 20 months roughly, and back in here, only been here about 10 days, back in 9 or 10 days. Um, all the footage you saw as of my mom, sharing some time with her, sitting down. We usually would just sit down and talk. She shares some stories with me. I captured a couple on camera. I sped them up. Those aren't the originals. I sped them up, took the sound out. Then you can see me reuniting with my quadriplegic cousin after about 20 years, 15 to 20 years, probably 20 years. And that was quite a reunion. We had a great long session, about a 30-minute recording. No time to put it on here. I may add that as a separate video. I'm trying to compile some stuff with me and Grant, and we'll put it together into one video. I've got some maybe podcast ideas for that. But the point here is just to let you know my emotions are all over the place. First, I was at mom's. When I left, I felt I was kind of getting booted a little, and so parts of me felt triggered because I knew I couldn't stay long due to just throwing her routine off. But I'll tell you, we really bonded, and for that, I'm very grateful. A lot of progress there. We bonded. We were more huggy, more touchy, more connected in that physical connection, because that wasn't really there so much for her growing up, as she told me, and for me either. And so, it's my responsibility to try to give back, to try to give love that maybe she didn't get, and some of the resentment I had and all that I described in other videos is gone, y'all. My people, it's gone. And I think it's just from a lot of prayer. It's from, I think I have more empathy now, more compassion, more understanding. And I'll tell you, I'm really, really freaking grateful for that, because I had some resentment and all that stuff going on, and maybe I wasn't even going to come back or something, but coming back and me and her bonding was a great time. Now, I met with my father also, and I wasn't going to do that either because we were getting into it. And then but I did decide to go. I was only there about a day. He's in another town in Indiana, about an hour north of my hometown, roughly. The visit was I didn't feel we were connecting. He helped me with my car. We charged the refrigerant for the AC unit, and now that works. I don't even need it because it's cool outside, not even hot really anymore here. But he did help me with that, and we checked a couple of fluid levels, and I'm very grateful we did. But just we weren't really connect. I didn't feel a strong connection there like I did with my mom, and I don't know why. That hurt. But when I left mom's and I was on the way to visit my father, I cried, a lot of emoting, a lot of tears coming out. That was good. It was healthy. And then after leaving my dad's, I actually cried too. So all of that is really good and really healthy. I'm very blessed. I feel very blessed. I've been here staying with my friend, and now I'm getting some of that normal American type stuff people are supposed to do, because he's more of my generation. He's a bit younger than me, but he's still closer in age than me and my parents. And so there's that, and so we're connecting as friends there. And what you see in some of the videos is, you see the church. There's a church around here. Checked out the Episcopal Church. I sat in the pew and prayed, and emotions washed over me. A lot of old memories are getting triggered from the past. I remember being in the pew at church as a kid, and my grandmother's hands and giving me candy, and just her presence and being there with grandpa. All of this is just triggering a lot of memories and a lot of emotion. So the reason I'm here is, of course, to check out my teeth, get a second opinion, make sure everything's okay here, check my health out, um, and try to determine, is this the place for me? Do I need to stick around America, find a job, and try to root in and heal, or do I go back to what I know? Because, see, I don't know this life. I've been so removed from this life, from this Americana, uh, apple pie, fried chicken, and all that. It's hard to know if I should try to root back in. One good thing that's occurred, I've been out of Asia about 10 days. So 10 days, sex and love addiction, codependence, that will just say has been broken at least 10 days. Being here, the temptation is there, the mental stuff going on with certain things, of course, that is there, but the lust mostly for me has been taken out. Being here, it's just a different environment, and that's been removed mostly, and been replaced by a lot of emoting, a lot of emotions, a lot of crying. I cried yesterday. My friend and I were talking, and I cried, and I thank God that I actually grieved a little, because there's a lot of frozen, stuck grief in here that doesn't want to move out. It wants to sit there, and my protectors want to stop me from grieving and feeling because they think they're helping me and distracting me and not letting me feel, because they want to keep me from pain. So, this is a complicated process going through this, being here. I Parts of me want to leave, and parts of me want to try to stick it out and see what unfolds here. So I'm torn, as I knew I would be, and I don't know where it goes, but I'm going to try to just, maybe if I can keep you updated and just slowly get my videos back on track. Yes, I want to run. Yes, I want to get back to what I know, which is Asia. More exciting, not even about the lust or that so much. It's just the life. Life is happening there more, it feels. And I need to watch to see how much the addiction is trying to run the show and make decisions for me versus the loving parent. And this is quite a A lot of discernment needs to come into the picture. But I'm trying to get enough time removed from Asia if I can to clear the mind and see what direction I'm supposed to go. So I think I don't want to keep this video too long. You got a nice long intro to fill you in and show you kind of some footage from small town Indiana. And I'll keep you posted on other things as we progress. I think that's about all I have. It's been good to connect with people. And it's all in all been a good little visit. I don't know how long it'll last, but there are projects I've got I'd like to pursue. But I'm off track with some of my meetings. I did get to an AA meeting the other day, a couple of days ago, and I haven't been to another one since. I've been not going to online meetings and not connecting with some of my recovery friends because of the changes. And when I go through transition, let me tell you, I'm off on everything, and it takes me a few days to try to regroup. So a lot of sadness, a lot of stuck grief, a lot of confusion, a lot of conflicting parts in here. And we're just going to see where this goes. But I wanted to update you, and hopefully I can get my videos each day now. But definitely parts of me really craving to get back to Asia, the life I know, and to get out of here. Already ready to go. Definitely by the end of August, I'll be ready to go, I'm sure. So that's where I am right now. And I'm going to leave it there. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the footage and the music, and all the best. We'll see you soon. Bye.